I think the LA City Council should focus on bringing more jobs back to LA. I think the LA City Council should focus on balancing the budget.
Steve Poizner calls out the LA City Council. In essence, doesn't throw stones or don't throw them when your glass house is already broken. Preach on, Poizner. Ladies, it's time to empty your pockets. Bill Clinton's raffling off an evening with the president. Oh, I can imagine a few people that would take him up on that. And she's beautiful, she's talented, and filthy rich. Find out who topped the modeling salary chart. You'll never believe how much she makes. Well, looking pretty. All the stories people are talking about and everything you need to know right now on The Filter. Hello again off the top, The Filter forefront. Our top four of the day, including a small piece of string caused a huge problem. But we'll start with this. Baseball Commissioner Bud Selig said today he will not move next year's All-Star game out of Arizona. Selig said he wouldn't be used as a political pawn. Yesterday, the LA City Council tried to score huge political points, announcing an economic boycott of Arizona. To me, that's little more than posturing and trying to take advantage of a situation. Republican gubernatorial candidate Steve Poizner agrees.
I think the LA City Council should focus on bringing more jobs back to LA. I think the LA City Council should focus on balancing the budget. They have huge issues here. So I think it's a political stunt, as a matter of fact.
Our contributors tonight, the editor of LAMetBlogs.com, Ruth Waytz, and Emmy Award-winning journalist David Reese. Our pictures are furnished by Skype. David, I'm going to start with you. Do you think this grandstand play by the City Council and Janice Hahn could backfire?
Oh, of course it could. And, you know, if I were the people in Arizona, I'd be thumbing their nose back at us because we have no business in their politics. I mean, whether or not you like this law, the truth is it's Arizona's law, not Los Angeles' problem. And this is just politics as usual. And this is politicians being politicians and grandstanding on something that is politically correct. It doesn't make it right. And I'd like to point out that I really firmly believe that if the same problems that were happening in Arizona that led to this law were happening here in California, I have a strong suspicion our politics here and our politicians would be singing a very different tune. So I think it's ridiculous. And what business do we have to point fingers at them? If it were our law, I can see the City Council taking up a stand on this. But it's Arizona's thing. Stay out of it.
All right, Ruth, what do you think? Do you think this could backfire on the City Council?
Absolutely. This is just a cheap feel-good grab on their part to try and point a finger away from their own shortfall, which is pretty much about $500 million. This is absolutely posturing on their part, and I love how they're quick to point the finger when our house is just as much on fire as theirs is. And I completely agree that this is also our problem. I love that we're thinking that we're trying to make people think, oh, Arizona, this is Arizona's problem. It's not like we don't have an immigration problem in California too. And Arizona, I read that law, which it's such fun to read laws. They're basically saying that they're upholding existing federal laws.
Correct.
That's right.
Okay, well, who can complain about that? Oh, apparently everybody. But, until our house is clean, I really don't think that we have any business sticking our nose in Arizona's. And also, to the tune of, we're not refusing... I'm sorry, but let me just say, we're not refusing the $22 million we're getting from Arizona's airlines, and we're not canceling the $58 million we have in contracts with Arizona. So this is all just
you hit the
BS.
nail on the head. It's politics as usual. And what's really insulting about this, and what really I think is the dumbest thing about this whole debate about this law, is that the people who are opposed to it are trying to paint this as a racist thing. It's not racist. It's just about upholding the laws of the land.
It's
Illegal
trying to solve a
immigrants do not
serious
have
problem.
constitutional rights. They're
Hence,
not here
illegal
legally.
immigrants. I've been saying it for years. I've been saying it, and people just hate me.
Well, no reason to hate you.
I don't.
No reason to hate you, but we have to move on. Here we go. I think we can all agree there are never enough parks. If there's a chance to build a new park, would you be in favor of that? What if it costs $700 million? Here's the idea. Roof over a half-mile stretch of the Hollywood freeway in downtown L.A. In essence, build a park between Hope and Alameda Streets in the Civic Center area over the freeway. Interesting idea? Absolutely. Long-term, would it be wonderful? Of course. Is that the best way to spend $700 million, Ruth?
Did I not just mention